According to the family of missing Jay Slater, a former British police investigator has obtained a significant new piece of information regarding the teen's disappearance, which he has shared with Spanish and British officials. Mark Williams Thomas, who has looked into a number of well-known instances involving missing people, disclosed the information on Friday morning while providing an update to the public regarding his own inquiry. We now know that Jay took certain actions while at the rental because he was clearly worried about his own safety, the 54-year-old TV detective stated. This occurred just before he made the decision to go. I have given some important new information with the Spanish and British police in the last several days. This sheds some light on why he would have departed quickly and refused to go back to the rental even though his phone was ready to die. Mr. Williams Thomas withheld any additional details regarding the nature of the latest clue. He had previously made public the way that Jay, then 19 years old, had informed friends that he was unable to return to the property, where he had gone with two older British males prior to going missing. Additionally, he had earlier claimed that Jay had boasted on social media in a video he had shared about robbing a £12,000 Rolex watch while driving them to the residence. On June 17, at around 8 in the morning, the apprentice bricklayer was last seen leaving Casa Abuelatina, a whitewashed house in Masca. Mr. Williams Thomas provided the following update today. Jay spoke to several people on his phone on the morning of June 17th, when he returned to the rental, and they all reported that he was still very much awake and buzzing. We are aware that about 8:50 a.m. on Monday, June 17, Jay was by himself and using his phone while strolling along a path that was a little distance off the main road, about a half-hour's walk from the apartment. On that day, the high only reached 20 degrees, and it was a chilly, rainy morning at just 18. We believe that Jay is most likely in or near the mountains, possibly some distance from the last phone position, based on the evidence we have been able to gather, including the important new intelligence. The two British nationals, who were both spoken to by Spanish officials before departing the island, are unrelated to the missing people inquiry, according to Spanish police. Mr. Williams Thomas continued, "We've still not found evidence of a third-party criminal involvement in Jay's disappearance, although we have opened up links with a criminal underworld drugs-associated crime. In the ITV exposure program, The Other Side of Jimmy Savile, he served as the principal investigator and exposed the ways in which the late BBC host preyed on young girls. He reached out to Jay's mother, Debbie Duncan, 55, offering his assistance at no cost, and she accepted, so he decided to join the search for the Osbaldwistle, Lancashire resident. And on June 24, he went to the island and was observed doing inquiries at the vacation rental and Papagayo nightclub, where Jay had been last seen just before he disappeared. Jay's relatives and friends, including close friends Brad Hargreaves, 19, and Lucy May Law, 18, who were also with Jay on the holiday, have also been granted access to the investigator. According to Mr. Williams Thomas, his sympathies remain with Jay's family and friends today. He chastised online rumors on the case, characterizing them as a mixture of wild speculation, elements of the truth, but overwhelmingly many are just made up. In addition, he released a fresh request for details, requesting anyone looking for Jay to provide details on the regions they have already investigated. We've now had the chance to speak to everyone that we know prior to this disappearance, he stated. Nonetheless, there are still some individuals with whom we have not yet communicated, and I strongly advise them to do so in order to be excluded from the inquiry. We still have several unfinished business to take care of, and we're keeping an open mind about our probe. We are in a special position to create the most accurate image possible. We have conducted cross-checks on the testimony and supporting documentation with almost all of the important witnesses." He continued, saying, "I would like to ask anyone who spoke with Jay in the final 48 hours prior to his disappearance to please get in contact. I'd like to make the same plea to everyone who was participating in their own searches. Please share your data with us so we can create a precise map that indicates the regions that still require scanning. Yesterday, Jay's father promised to keep looking for his son. In an effort to locate Jay, Warren, 58, and Zach, 24, his older brother, continued to go through the mountains every day.